so many of my colleagues call it the worst kept secret that you were taking Kyler Murray. I mean, when did you finally make that choice, or has it really been hay and barn for a while?
No, I mean, it really has not, because a number of people thought that it was at the combine when we really started to discuss it, which is not the fact. I mean, it would really. I didn't even watch him until after the combine. I was very reluctant to evaluate the player because I was scared I was going to fall in love with him. I'm a big Josh Rosen fan for a number of reasons, and so it was a difficult decision. But in the end, Kyler Murray to me was too hard to pass up just because of the skill set he possesses.
Well, and what's that skill set that was too hard for you to pass up, Steve?
Well, just in the years that I've been doing this, a guy that can run it like him and can throw it like him. I mean, I've seen him. Michael Vick can run it like him, and guys that I've seen like Russell Wilson who can throw it like him, but not the combination. Not the guy who can extend plays with his feet and can make the throws with accuracy and timing and touch.
And what about the grease board stuff that we heard about from my colleague Charlie Casserly? Was there any concern on that front? Did you put him on a grease board, Steve?
Yeah, we did. We did. We spent a lot of time with him, and not only did he do a great job of that. I mean, the easiest transition is the fact that the offense that he ran at Oklahoma is very similar to what Cliff runs. So, Lincoln Riley and Cliff know each other well, and the time that we spent with the Oklahoma staff and with Kyler on the board, I mean, we didn't have any concerns.
So then, what was the issue about maybe not taking him? Why did it take so long for the hay to get in the barn?
Well, I think that, all along everybody said that Cliff was in love with Kyler and that sort of thing, and there's no doubt that Cliff was a big fan, but I really respected the process where Cliff didn't pound the table and say, we have to have this guy. I wanted it to be organic. I wanted to be able to go through the evaluation process, hear what our scouts had to say, hear what our coaches had to say, and obviously I had to give him a stamp of approval, and then ultimately at the end, your friend Mr. Bidwell had to give us his blessing.
Right, yeah, and so what was that meeting like?
It was great. I mean, Michael's extremely supportive. He spent a lot of time with Kyler as well, and I think that he saw the number of things that we saw in Kyler to get excited about. And there's no doubt, in my opinion, that I should say now it's the State Farm Stadium is going to be electric this fall.
Steve Keim, general manager of the Cardinals, joining me here. There are some who believe your work with Kyler Murray is not yet done because of that sport called baseball. Where does baseball stand in all of this, Steve?
Well, like I said prior to the draft, any general manager that was considering taking him would have to do their due diligence, and we certainly did ours, and I'm very confident that that's not going to be an issue. Is
there going to be something codified in the contract about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that language worked out as you and I are having language with each other right now?
Yes.
Okay. So that's done. The I guess language hay is in the barn, to keep using that phrase right now.
Yeah, and then again, just the time that we spent with him and how passionate he is about football and his commitment to the game. I mean, I think that we all felt very comfortable too. So, you also always have to have checks and balances, and
sure.
Everything worked out for us.
So the idea that if he does play football and he does get his figurative you-know-what handed to him because of his size, stature. This is, again, the conversation that's had football. I mean, the number of people that have whispered this in my ear or shouted it to me in text, I've lost track. That if he does not succeed in this regard and says, you know what, I want to go to the Oakland A's, he could not do that without some sort of financial penalty.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the particulars, but there's always going to be some protection built into contracts like that.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.